All right. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Today is day 12 of turning $66 into a milli vanilli in funding and 100K in payouts. Yeah, let's see what today, what this week gives us. Hopefully the market will bless us with an abundance of opportunity, and if not, it's all good. Off rip, what I'm seeing is nothing. There's no setup for me yet. We had some massive displacement down on Friday. Kind of came up, consolidated a little bit, manipulated, broke the high, broke back into this range, and now we're kind of just I honestly right now I'm not entirely sure which direction the market wants to go in. We could break these lows and continue down. Maybe we could target today relatively close to the session, previous week lows or previous day lows, or we could, break above and, start to fill this gap and go for previous day highs. For me, that's going to be dependent on what kind of SMT that we get. We do have we kind of have this. I don't, consider taking SMTs like this. Even if I did, it's already passed. The opportunity has already passed. But yeah, we haven't had any major session lows be taken. We haven't had any. We're having Asia highs being taken now and a rejection out of this hourly fair value gap. But I want to see some type of SMT rejection out of a fair value gap. We don't have an SMT here, but we have a fair value gap forming on both AUDUSD and NZDUSD here. So if we get some type of fair value gap there, or not fair value gap, some type of SMT here, I'll consider taking it. I'll consider taking longs, but for right now, I'm just neutral. Again, we're kind of just consolidating a bit. We broke these highs up here, but then failed to make lower lows here. So I just have to wait and see what the market wants to do. Let's see if I can get a good little clip, yeah. Actually, do this. Gotta clean my camera. Damn, oh, what the fuck? That's why. What the hell? Damn, my freaking hands. Alright, that's good enough, fuck it. But yeah, I'm only going to be focusing on AUDUSD and NZDUSD this week. I'm not looking at absolutely any other pair. I feel like that's kind of where I fucked up a little bit last week, where I really wanted to move this challenge forward and basically try and see if I could capitalize on as many opportunities as I can, and that caused me to look for opportunities that weren't really there and actually end up taking some losses that I should not have taken. So this week I'm honing in my focus. I'm only focusing on this. I've noticed in the past, even with past performances, I usually perform at best when I'm focusing solely on like either one or two pairs. And since I've been trading SMTs, the payouts that I've gotten have been when I was just focusing on like one pairing. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna look at anything else. I might look at NQ and ES. Obviously, I'm not gonna be executing on those. But because I do want to eventually go into start trading futures firms once I start making payouts. That's what I'm going to be trading as well. So I kind of want to low-key see how it's performing on ES and NQ, because the SMTs do typically get respected. Or what am I going to say? NQ and ES are also very highly correlated, so their SMT formations are very strong and valid. I'm not going to use FODs anymore, but I am going to use this. Change this to NQ. 5,000. Do one. No. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Oh, that's inverted. Yes. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the SMT formations don't happen very frequently on ES and NQ, but that's okay, because when they do, obviously we can see they have massive displacements. So we can catch some pretty decent R's, I think, with that. I'm actually gonna do, because I want to see historically, or have it historically here. Yeah. Oh, we had contract rollover too. Did we have a snort? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there, but let's focus on what we got going on here. Having a nice sweep of Asia. Yeah, we're having a lot of rejections out of these hourly fair value gaps that formed last week. So right now, I just don't see anything. I'm just gonna wait. I think what I'd probably like to see here is, like, if we create this, some type of fair value gap here. Let me change this. If we create like a fair value gap there, because because it looks like we might not create one here. But say we created one here, and then within the next hour we had price take out the previous candle low on AUD USD, and it failed to take out that previous day low. We come into here, take out, or not previous day low, we come into here, take out the previous hour low, tap into this hourly fair value gap. I'd consider taking longs. Other than that, the other scenario that we could see here, since we're tapping out of that, I think we inverted that one. Yeah, we inverted that hourly. But the other thing that I could see happening here is if in the next hour, by the within like the 3 a.m. candle, if we end up coming back up here, taking this high, failing to take that same high here, and then we could go down potentially to previous day lows or previous week lows. Those are kind of like the two scenarios that I'm seeing happening that would align with my strategy. So some type of SMT rejecting out of an FVG, and then just an inversion to wherever our potential draw on liquidity could be. But for right now, I'm not really seeing anything I want to see. Let's keep those marked there. Should I change the colors to bullish and bearish? I like my purple FUGs. Yo, what's up, trader? What's poppin', dude? How was your weekend? Let me play around with this. Cause I'm bored. Great. I'm glad you had a good weekend. Did you end your week last week in the green with your trading? Were you break even? I was in like a small loss. I ended the week in like a 1% loss. Looking for buys? Potentially. I'm looking for, actually hold on, before I'm gonna make this bullish. Yes, I am potentially looking for buys if we can pull back into this fair value gap. It was a break-even week for me. Yeah, last week I had a little bit of a hard time, but the damage was minimal, so we live to trade another week. Save as bearish. Yeah, let me do that. That one's bearish, this one's bullish. Yeah, we have, what do we have for news this week? We have, I think we have FOMC, I believe, on Wednesday. Let me pull up Forex Factory. Bearish. Bullish. We have, today we have, oh no, not today, tomorrow. There's no news today. We have core retail sales. Retail sales tomorrow. Unemployment claims on Wednesday and FOMC on Thursday. And then Friday, there's no USD news. So yeah, I think it'll be a pretty good week. Yeah. Yeah, 15 minutes until the candle closes. So Let's see what we get. Yeah, I would really like to see a pullback into this FEG. So we can come up. Maybe we can come for New York highs from Friday. But I want to see an SMT form if we do that. Here or here? Like something like that or something like this. Let me delete that though. Yeah, we just gotta wait and see. Last week was a struggle, but I was also, dude, I hesitated on the trades that I should have taken. There was on Friday, I took that L on Friday during London, looking at like AJ and NJ. And then for New York, the pairs that I want to focus on, like AUDUSD and NCDUSD, I ended up, it would have been a win, but I didn't end up taking the trade because I was just like, I don't want to, potentially end the week on the loss. I'd rather start next week on break even than potentially start in the L. And then the trade ended up going through, so I was just like, damn, dude. This is why we tried to limit our focus or not spread ourselves so thin across so many pairs or looking at too many things. I paid the price. $13. Yeah, hopefully we get something. Hopefully we get something for London. If we don't get anything for London, I'll come back for New York. Are you trading today? Because I know that, well, you trade CRT, but that's like, rooted in ICT Concepts. There are people trading ICT that, like, they don't trade on Mondays. It's like no news Mondays, but honestly, I prefer when there's not news. Gotta plug mine. Quick. Yeah, we swept this low, failed to create a lower low. I would like to see the buys. I'm not against the sells though. Actually, maybe a little bit. I'm waiting for EU to break the daily range, and then I will look for a setup. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Hmm. Any fair value gaps on the 4-hour? No. Just these. On NZD/USD, this one up here. Yeah, I want to see the buys. Coming up into this hourly fair value gap now on AU. But I need to see what the next hourly candle does, because as of right now, I need my SMT. Let me. Curious. 7. Oh yeah. Trader, how often, like how long, I'm just curious, how long do you usually like spend on the charts trading on average, would you say? And like, do you only trade London? Do you trade Asia? Do you trade New York at all? I feel like maybe I've asked you before, but my memory is really bad. See. 4 to 5 hours. I think that's how much I average usually too. At least when I'm trading London and New York. Like London, I'll usually probably be on the charts. I give myself like a 2 to 3 hour window. And then New York, I give myself like a 2-hour window. But if I take a dub in London, I will not trade New York. Because I just find, like, I don't know about you, but I find sometimes the more time I spend on the charts, as the week goes by, like I'm like fried. I'm like actually like exhausted. I'm like mentally, you know, a little bit drained towards the end of the week when I spend so much time looking at the charts. Even though I don't really have anything better to do, but I do find I just feel like a little bit more like, oh. And especially when I'm like taking L's at the beginning of the week, it's like Damn it. It's extra exhausting. All right, we're pumping up. We're pumping up into this hourly for Valley Gap. Do you invest in stocks? No, I don't, but I want to. Once I acquire a little bit more capital, I want to start. That's something that I wish that I did, especially in the beginning, is really reinvest my money into, stocks, indexes, things like that. That's smart, swing trading in stocks. I just did not prioritize that at all. I just saved the money, spent it, or just reinvested it into challenges when I really should have been, putting it into like a long-term portfolio. But I didn't have that perspective before. I do want to swing trade stocks, but I don't know much about stocks. So that's something that I'd have to learn about. I think also the other reason why maybe I didn't really emphasize that too much is because, at least with trading, like I do day trading and I like technical analysis, I was never like had the desire or will to try to do some research into companies and figure out what are the best stocks, even though you could like invest obviously in the big ones like Tesla, Apple, so on and so forth. But for me also, I was just like, man, those are just, they've gone so much. How much am I really going to be able to make? Not having like hundreds of thousands to just drop into a portfolio. 1 minute until this 2 a.m. candle closes. Breaking these high. So we took Asia. Taking the previous hour high. I do want to see. I can see the buys just continuing. I could see the buys continuing. Yeah, we got previous day high all the way up here. I think that's our draw. Brr, you are 29 and not investing. I know. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. I know. I think I'm just trying to reject my age so much to protect my ego for that very fact that I have not been investing. I do need to get on it though. Dude, I'm about to push 30, which is wild. But I also don't feel that old. It's weird. I legit still feel like I'm 24, 25. Like, I do not feel like I'm almost 30. Crazy work. Maybe do some sip. Sip? What's sip? What do you mean? Not SIPs. Oh, SIP. SIP. You're still gonna have to elaborate. I'm not familiar with SIP. Short investment portfolio. I don't know what that means. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I just looked it up. Systematic investment plan. Putting consistent sum of money into an investment on a regular basis. Yeah. To take advantage of dollar cost averaging. Yeah, I should. Yeah, that's like my issue. Is that sometimes I'm like, I forget that I can do things consistently, obviously. Like, I don't have to go all in all at once. And that mindset has prevented me, or kind of like shot me in the foot a little bit. Because I definitely could have, especially when I was working and I was making like, I was making like 6 figures with some of my previous jobs. I was not smart about that money at all. But I'm thinking, like, you know, as this challenge progresses and I start scaling my accounts and getting bigger payouts, allocating a portion. Now it's hard to believe you work at Prop and don't invest and don't. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm like retarded. I just did not. My focus was so much on like day trading, buying accounts, like figuring that out. I fumbled. I have fumbled pretty hard. I will totally totally recognize that. And I knew I should have. I know I should have. But I was just like, oh, I need to buy these challenges. I need to buy these things. I mean, I spent a lot of money also with just like living expenses too. In the US, it was very, very expensive. So I was making really good money, but it was after taxes and stuff, I wasn't seeing a lot, which is an excuse because I still could have definitely put consistent sum of money. But I also just, yeah, I fumbled that pretty hard. But it's not too late. I also plan on, I think also in my mind, I've always had this perspective that like, I'm going to be making so much more money than I have and I am, that I will still be able to end up investing a good portion of my money. But I did not do it the smart way for sure. I did not. You can troll me about that for sure. I'll take it. I deserve it. I really want to see some type of retracement, preferably on AUD/USD. I would love to see if we can retrace into here. Take out this low, hold it here, and then I want to take the buys. We can go for previous Asia lows, but ideally I'd like to target previous day, or not lows, highs, Asia highs, but ideally I don't want to target previous day highs up here. That's all going to depend on whether we get an SMT and retracement into this level here. We'll see what happens in the next hour. Confirmed bearish S&T. We have that, but I don't go based off of. I got burned trying to take some 30-minute SMTs, which is not what I back tested and tested last week. So I'm gonna be very strict with myself this week. Very like A+ setup, and trust the process a little bit because I didn't so much last week. I mean, I didn't overtrade, which I'm proud of. Even though I haven't really had a problem with overtrading in a while. But I was, yeah, a little bit more conservative where I should not have been. And more aggressive. Or no, I was, yeah, too conservative where I shouldn't have been and aggressive where I shouldn't have been. Okay, we're just gonna have to wait. Let me mark out these previous hour highs and lows. Previous hour high. Previous hour low. No. I'll set some alerts. Alright. 3 a.m. Come on, give us some volume. AU and you. just like consolidation range bound session. I mean, if we do, it is what it is. But I ain't trying to sit here watch paint dry. But this cultivates patience. Damn. Alex Hormozy and Chris Williamson did a 4-hour podcast. How do people just talk for 4 hours straight? That's wild. I guess when you know a lot, have a lot of experience and perspective and knowledge. Dude, I just can't imagine talking for 4 hours straight. I'm too introverted. I'm way too introverted for that. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave this running. I'm gonna go put some food to heat up right quick. I'm gonna be right back. I'm going to be right back. Actually, I'm just gonna leave that open. back, but it still doesn't look like we got anything. We took out previous hour high on both pairs, so no SMT, and we are having that bullish push that I was looking for, or that I anticipated rather. Hmm. $13.14. Yeah. My chair is so noisy. I need to get a new chair. Maybe the 4 a.m. candle will give us something. We're breaking up above this hourly fair value gap on AUD/USD. So I don't know how deep of a retracement we'll be able to get here. I think maybe NZD/USD will give us the opportunity, maybe. Maybe. If not, I could continue running. Could continue running, but we might potentially create this here. It's a little bit smaller of a gap, but it's something I'd definitely count either way. So if we close above this fair value gap, maybe we can get a retracement into this one right here. And if we create an SMT there with the 3 a.m. candle low, I could take the longs. I think previous day high might be our draw for today. Where's previous? Okay, yeah, previous week high is all the way up here. We're already up 0.39% for the day. That's what I'm looking at. That's probably what I'm anticipating. That's what I'm interested in. But so far, we don't have anything yet. Just gotta be patient. A trader, I don't know if you're still there. Have you gotten into anything yet? Nope. You know, for only having been trading, what, 2 years, you said? You have some good patience as well. I know it took me quite some time to develop that patience, but also with the strategies I was trading before, it was kind of like there was always a way for me to get into the charts or for me to enter something even though I shouldn't have. I would say it's like since finding though like ICT Concepts and creating just a very specific style, model, whatever, it's definitely helped to cultivate that patience a whole lot more because I'm so specific with what it is that I look like or what it is that I look for. So good for you. I'm curious, did you teach yourself everything or did you seek mentorship or did you kind of just, you know, try to figure it out all on your own? No, we did not hit previous hour high. We already did that. Kind of hope it closes above this fair value gap. About 15 minutes. You've been around a lot of profitable traders, so you learn a lot from them. Yeah, it's really good. I didn't have actually any trader friends or even anybody near me that traded. So it was definitely a lot of like figuring things out on my own, which is why I think the learning curve took so long. If anything, it was me getting other people into trading. Like I got nearly all of my brothers into trading. It's funny. Yeah, that's good. You're around some really good people if they hardly took any more than 3 trades a week. That's solid. That's how you know that you're around, actual legitimate traders. It's funny, I was thinking about it earlier because like I'm on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm like trying to document my journey. So I'm getting a lot of trader TikToks, and I just keep getting like the recurring like traders posting their like calendar P&Ls, and every single day is like a green day, like a whole month, like literally all 20 trading days are like green days. And I'm like, wow, first of all, I'm pretty sure, like I wouldn't be surprised if that calendar is actually being recycled, and like, all these traders are just using that calendar to be like, yeah, like look at all the money I've made. A. B, I'm like, that is, if you're doing that, like you're a beast of a trader. That's also just so, I mean, I guess it depends on like the style that you're trading too, but it's just not very realistic for a lot of traders who are trying to come into the space and learn the skill. So it creates like just this false reality that, oh, you start trading, like you can trade every single day and make money every single day. That's not, for a vast majority, I'd say like 99% of traders, that's not gonna happen. And then it also like leads people into thinking like, oh, well, if I'm not hitting green days, or I'm not trading every single day, having green days every single day, then like I'm a failure. Or they'll like keep trying to change their strategy, adjust things to reach that point, which is quite unrealistic, not realizing that you don't even need that. Like you can have like the people you were surrounded with, just 3 trades a week, like solid. That's all you need. That's all I need. That's something that I realized lately, especially like with this style that I've been trading. All I need is like 2-3 really good trades a week, and you're solid. You're set. But that's the social media, marketing, trying to sell you stuff, giving you just a false expectations and false sense of reality. And in turn, it kind of just leads people into spiraling, thinking that they're failing, they're not doing enough, or not like the pinnacle of trader, when it's just like, bro, you are like a fish trying to climb a tree. Like, it doesn't work like that. That doesn't happen. Yeah, usually the ones that are really making money, like making that like FU money, they're in the shadows, dude. They're in the shadows. They're living their life peacefully, doing their own thing. Like those big badass traders, they're not on social media. So it's funny, like you see people on social media being like, oh, I'm the best trader ever, like I made this much money. It's like, bro, sit down. Sit down, because you don't know. You don't really know. The trading world is very big, but it's a lot bigger than we even like realize. Like there's a lot of people that are doing what it is that we're doing, but there's so many who we don't see. And the ones that we do see are obviously like trying to sell a course. They're marketing themselves, which, no hate to the game, I definitely think like being a trader, you want to have like another source of income, and ultimately multiple sources of income. But bro, those guys that are claiming to do a whole lot, A, they're probably not really doing that. B, they actually probably suck. C, there are much better traders than them out there that are just in silence, which is the way to go. Unless like maybe you're genuinely trying to help people and genuinely provide value. But most of these guys out here are just trying to capitalize off of people who don't really know anything, or don't know much, newbies and things like that. That's so awesome. That's good for you. That makes sense why you've only been trading for 2 years and like you had a break even week last week. Like, amazing. You're still waiting for a setup. Like, amazing. I know at my 2 year mark, I was definitely not there. I was definitely taking whatever, whenever. I had no structure. None of the information and perspective that I have now of like, hey, you don't need to be tweaking out all the time. Less is more. Less is definitely more, which is why I ended up going to the hourly time frame as well. I was just like, dude, I was trading the 5 minute and I was just getting slayed. Too many like signals and opportunities, low quality. It was just like, I need to make the least amount of decisions as possible. I need to be presented with the least amount of opportunity as possible, because that means that the opportunities that do present themselves are very high quality and a lot more likely to go through, and I can get a much bigger returns on them as well. But we just waiting. I'm gonna go check on my chicken real quick. Gonna give it another couple minutes to crisp up. Yeah, invert this, give us a little retracement, and I'll be cool to take that. That's what I want to see. You know, a trader who was like active in YouTube and Discord a year ago, he has win rate like 80 to 90%. He's a scalper. Scalpers do be making money, but typically like the higher the win rate, if you're scalping, you're probably just going for like really quick profits and lower R's, which some people like that. Like that works for some people. I'm not saying it's not possible, obviously. I just can't do that though, man. After a certain point, I get really fatigued. You said he was active. Is he still active or? No! No! Ugh. I don't like people following me. I don't like people that I know following me on social media. Leave me alone. Ah. Leave me alone. Man. Fuck. What the fuck? All right. We're getting a pretty decent rejection out of this hourly fair value gap. No, he stopped social media like a year ago. Oh, he stopped. I wonder if he's still trading. I hate people following me. I can't get over this. Really nice rejection. He still has his YouTube channel. We got 40 seconds left on this candle. Alright, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna confirm bearish. No, there's not. He used to trade 1 hour a day like macro timing, yeah. I thought about trading like that too. I feel like if I limited myself to an hour a day, which is probably what I'm going to want to do eventually, that's probably the route that I would take. but I'd have to um, obviously test out and revise a strategy that I know is very high probability, which there's so much out there. You just gotta find what works for you. My chicken is ready. It's beeping in the background. I will be back once again. I got my food. Oh, these glasses are starting to hurt me. If you don't get anything by 5, I'll come back for New York. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna keep it back here. I wonder how maybe 15-minute. I'm not trading these. I'm not trading the indices, but I want to eventually. 5-minute. Interesting. Even the 4-hour. 2 p.m. Those glasses with these headphones hurt. We've had a really nice expansive move up since Asia. So we might arrange and consolidate maybe a little bit more. I'm still in favor of the buys. I think we can get a retest of one of these fair value gaps and then continue up. think what might end up happening is that during New York, potentially, during New York, maybe we get our move down to this Fair Value Gap and take out London lows to then continue. That might happen. Or it could just keep on going up and never come back. But I think that's really what I would like to see. Does us tap into this level here, reject, come up. Also consider an SMT if it forms within here, but this would be, I think, more high probability, because then we have an hourly Fair Value Gap and we'll have a session low sweep. Bro, what the fuck? My goodness. Cool. Why do I keep getting... Oh my gosh. We have a new 4-hour candle gonna form in 40 minutes. Just gotta wait and see what this hour does. You know what I should do? Or not should do, but what I want to do because I'm kind of bored. Maybe I'll play a little chess. I started playing chess a little bit ago and then I stopped. And then I just remembered, like, I might as well. I got nothing better to do. Keep my mind a little bit more active than just staring at a chart that ain't doing much. Karate, but I'm ass at chess, so. Oh shit. I'm like, I actually suck. Whoa, my nose. I'll play this lady. Let me see if I can share it on the screen. Let me add another window. Or no display. No, window, yeah. Yeah, let me do this. Let me edit this though. I don't want to cover up the whole screen. I still want to see what I'm looking at. Let me do this. Yeah, buddy. All right, temporarily while we wait. As you can see, my chest level is ass. It's terrible. I'm gonna zoom in on this just a little bit. That should be fine. Yeah. I suck. But I also just recently started playing. Well, I started to like recently try and play. I mean, it's not even recently. A couple months ago, basically. Like at the beginning of the year, maybe end of last year. I was like, oh, let me get into chess. And then I was like, got into it for like a month and then I dropped it. And like randomly I'll come back to it when I'm bored and I just don't feel like scrolling on social media. You're probably like, damn, this girl sucks at everything. How long were you playing for? Again, I never played chess ever. But I'm gonna try and play this. I don't want any kind of help. Oh no, wait, no. I like to be black sometimes. I don't like to make the first move. I'm gonna redo this again. No. I wanna play a bot. Because playing people makes me nervous. I haven't played in months though. But like I can beat like 1,000. I've beat like 1,000 rated players. Or bots rather. I haven't played it in like a year. Yeah, it's been a couple months for me. All right, let's try this. What the fuck? Let's see. I know there's like strategies to playing chess. And like, I'd never learned anything. I just went with vibes. Like, I don't know any opens. What you gonna try and do? You can do that. You can do that. I wonder how many pieces I can give away before I can attack your king. No, because if I do that, oh no, but I can. If you want to attack that pawn, I can take it. There is mate in one. Where? Hold on. Actually, let me try and try and figure this out. Oh, okay, I see. It's this one to here. Oh, no, I'm tripping. There's mate in one for real? Let me try and figure it out. I need a bite first. Okay. There's mate in one. In one? Talking about opponent. Oh, yeah. If you don't just, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. I thought you meant like I could get a checkmate. Okay. The opponent has mate in one if you don't defend the pawn. So if they take that, they could take this, and then that'll be checkmate. Actually, yeah, you're right. I'd be cooked. I can defend it by doing this. Oh! Damn, I fucked up. Damn, how did I fuck up already? Actually, I didn't fuck up because I can always just move my king. Yeah, there you go. What can I do here? No, I don't want to take that because then you can take that and then I can take that. You should have take it with queen. But if I took it with the queen, then they could have gotten me. They could have taken my queen. If that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I didn't want to sacrifice my queen yet. Damn, I'm gonna start doing this on the stream. I'm gonna get so good at chess. Alright, what do I want to do here? I'm like a slow thinker. If I move my pawn, you can take me, you can do that, and you can do that. Oh, I'll try that. Guess you can recapture the opponent. That's true. I don't like to sacrifice my queen though. I'm gonna do this. Then that one's gonna take that, and then I can take it there. And then you can't go anywhere, but I can move that here, or you can take there. That's what I'm gonna do. Move your knight and attack the queen. I think it's too late for that. Yeah, like I said, I trade based off of it's too late, never mind. Yeah. I still have to develop that like strategic mindset. I honestly don't have a strategy when I play chess. I could take you here though. Oh no, but then you can recapture me here, and then I can't take you anywhere. Your knight is under attack. Oh yeah, but then I could retake it with my rook. But I don't have to sacrifice it, right? Yeah, you're not gonna be able to go anywhere. I'll do that. You can go there, and then I can take you there, or you can go there, and then you're not gonna go anywhere. Sorry. What do I want to do? I take the pawn, but then that pawn can recapture me. Should I move my knight? No, that one would be under attack. Maybe I should move my pawn up. Can you take that there? Yeah, I'll move it up. Fuck it. Moving your queen. What time is it? Oh, we still got 30 minutes. You can take that. You can't take anything. You can't take anything. I don't have a strategy to move my knight right now. So I'm just gonna move him there. You're not taking anything. But I can take your queen. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I can still take you there, and if you want to take that, I can take you there. I'm going to... No, I can't. Oh, I can move it here and then take the knight, but then the pawn can take me. Can't really attack. I don't think so. Damn, are we just gonna keep pumping? Oh, I can take your thing now. Yeah. Yeah, we thought that at the same time. You can take my pawns. I could protect this pawn, but if you take this one. Oh yeah, I could do that. Or the bishop can take my pawn here. But then I won't be able to take anything else. But if my knight, or if their knight can take this one or this one. We can take either this one or that one. Can't take anything else. If you take that, I can take you there. And if you take that, if I move my bishop here, I can take it. But that's just this knight. Queen can take my knight, but I can take it. So that's protected. Protect it with bishop. Protect which one with the bishop? That's what I was thinking too, right? Because if you try and take this, then I can take it with my bishop if I move it to d7. Your pawn, yeah. Or d, or I'm sorry, b7. Either or. I'm trying to see where else. I mean, yeah, if it takes the pawn, oh, and then I can, yeah, I'm straight. You can go there. I do want to protect my pawn. That pawn, or no, I can actually take it with my bishop too. Queen, yeah, you can go there, yeah. Okay, so you can't do anything, Maria. Maria, you can't take anything from me. If I move, no, because now we'll be under attack. Move your knight about the queen. Move your knight about. Would I have to sacrifice? Like if I move my knight. Oh yeah, actually you're right. If I move my knight to h5, unless they move their bishop. Okay, I'll try that. Or I could take their pawn, but then their pawn can take that. So I don't want to sacrifice my knight yet. I'm gonna do that. Did I fuck that up? Yeah, pussy. Alright, let me see. No, because I can do that. No, that'll be taken. No, because that'll be taken. You should have taken the pawn. If I took the pawn though, then they could have taken my pawn or my knight. If I had moved that there, then they could have recaptured my knight here. And then I guess I could have taken, the knight could have taken it too. Yeah, I'm a little slow. I'm a piece up I can exchange. That's true. But I don't like to lose my pieces. I would say I'm probably more defensive than offensive in playing. What should I do? I guess I gotta sacrifice something. I'm gonna start. Ooh, you know what I do want to do? Actually, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna move this here, my bishop here, and they can't take it. And then I'll move it to here, and I can check them. Let's see if that works. Oh, fuck! Well, they got me there. Bring your rook in the game. You're right, I haven't even touched my rooks. I want to protect my queen, though. Oh, you can't take anything there. So I'm gonna check your ass. Oh! That was stupid. That was so dumb. Looks like we're gonna take the previous hour high here. On TDUSD. You can take the knight with the pawn. I could take the knight with the pawn. Previous hour high. We're taking the high now, but we're kind of running through this for value gap unless in like the next 17 minutes it just like tanks down. In previous move you can take, oh. Yeah, fuck that up. I still think that I can do something here though. If we go there and you move there, I can take you, or you can move there and I'll take you. So my position's here, I'm gonna leave them. The knight here can take this, but then I can take that. What can I maybe do here? Or maybe I'll bring your rook under the queen. Oh, what do they do? Oh, they move their queen. Okay. If you want to attack my knight, it's protected. If you want to, that's protected. So you can't really do anything. Damn, I really wanted to get the queen. Let's see what happens here. Hold on. I mean, yeah, we've had just some straight pump action. Probably want to see some. I want to see some retracement, but I don't think we're gonna get it. Especially now that we have this. I think potential order block that can be used as support. Bring knight to f4. F4, F4, F4. But then they could take me with the bishop. And I guess I could take the bishop with the queen. Should I sacrifice my knight? Yeah, fuck it. Oh, you didn't go for it. But I can take your pawn. But then then I can get, the queen can take my pawn, and I have nothing to protect it. But also it could take the pawn anyways, and unless I move this, my queen to e7. We got a little SMT happening here. I don't know. feel about it. Take the bishop? Oh, yeah. Fuck it. But he's gonna take my pawn. Oh, no. I want to start move my pawn up. No. Let's move my pawn up here. Take the pawn with the knight. But then the pawn can take me here. If I take the pawn with the knight, then the pawn can just take me back. No, the rook. The rook pawn? Oh, wait. Take the pawn with knight, the rook pawn. I'm not sure I understand. Hold on. No. Actually, if we get this, I might. I do want to get a retracement into here. Am I willing to take the short? Because we have potentially a setup here. Even though I want the buys. We have our little 2 candle SMT. It's 4 a.m. Could get some retracement here. No, it's protected by the knight. I didn't see. Hold on, because I actually might have to lock in for a second. Go to the 5-minute. Yeah, she's just been in a pretty steady look. We might get an inversion on the 3, but I don't like how far up it is. I think we tapped into, did we tap into the 4? Oh no, we're in the 4 hour now. And then we'll have a new 4-hour candle. I kind of hope it just keeps going up, to be honest. Yeah, we're tapping into that 4-hour fair value gap too. I want to adjust this right quick. I just want to keep playing. I think no, we're closing pretty close up there. I'm gonna leave that. I want to see. I'll see how the 5 a.m. opens, or rather, how this hourly candle closes. Try bring your bishop in the game. G4. Bishop, 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 bishop. G4. You're gonna try and take that though, buddy. You can go there and then. Oh, actually, I can move it up and then take that if you're trying to. Yeah, I'll do that. Check. Am I cooked? I'm getting anxious. You know what? I might. No, because then. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. You can't take anything of mine just quite yet. But this is getting a little sus. Actually, no, it's not. I'll challenge you. Oh my god. I did it. Damn, I fucked up. I fucked up. You could take me, but I'm gonna have to... Actually, it's okay. I can move back. This queen's about to clear all my pieces. Oh, fuck. I cooked myself. You're gonna take all my pieces. Come for my rook. No. Fuck. No, because if I move, you're gonna take my queen. Damn, I fucked with this game. And that position's dipping too. Is there any way to salvage this? I don't think so. Dude, you... Oh my god, I fucked up, bro. Should I just resign? I'm pretty sure I cooked up this game. Yeah, resign. Damn, I fucked up. Oh, 5 blunders. Damn. Okay, listen. This was the first game I've played in months. I'm a little rusty. Don't judge me too hard. We're gonna take this previous hourly candle high too. Alright, I think there's no position for me. Yeah, we're about to invert these bearish for valley gaps. So I'm gonna come back for New York because there wasn't anything for me here. Yeah, there you go. Damn. Took an L on this chess game. I barely took any pieces too. That was atrocious. And then no trades for me on AU or NU. So yeah, I think I'm gonna come back for New York. Yeah, we were on a stream for almost 2.5 hours. All right, trader, I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna peace out. I hope you have good luck with, an EU position if you find one. I will be back I'll be back later if you want to stop by, but if not, I'll be back tomorrow again for London. So, RIP. All right, cool. I'm gonna end it here. Trader, take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, I'm gonna dip. Peace.